Genesis is a Greek word meaning birth or beginnings. It is easy to see why those who translated the Old Testament books out of Hebrew into Greek chose this word as the title of the first book. It stands first in the Bible, and its first verse begins with the words, "In the beginning." Thus it tells of the beginning of God's story, creation, human disobedience, and divine redemption. Many readers, however, seeing the words Genesis or beginnings have got a wrong idea of the purpose of the book. They have thought that it was written mainly in order to give us information about the way in which the world and all things in the world were begun. But Genesis and indeed the whole Bible was written to give us something even more valuable than that. It was written especially to show how God acts towards us, and what we can do in reply to Him. There are, of course, many ways in which the writers show us this. But, generally speaking, they use 3 steps in showing it. First, the writers tell a story or make a statement. Secondly, along with this story or statement, they give an interpretation. Thirdly, they then offer the reader a choice and a decision. The reader can accept that interpretation or he can refuse it. The book of Genesis emphasizes God as the creator of all that is, God's creation of human beings in His image, the nature and consequences of human disobedience, the beginning of the divine covenants, God's choice of a people through whom He will bless the nation. As you read this first book in the Bible, it has been divided into 2 parts. Part 1 consists of Genesis 1 to 11, and consists what we have called the introduction of the story of how God rescued and rescues mankind. Part 2 consists of Genesis 12 to 50, and may be called the beginning of the story of that rescue. As you take a walk through the book of Genesis, many questions will naturally arise. Who wrote this book? When was it written? In the end of chapter 50, we shall study such questions.